What's up, fish tank people? Dustin's Fish Tanks bringing it to you on a Sunday, baby. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. Today's video, folks, is a fun one for me. Last week we talked about the 350. This week we're talking about a fish. We're bringing it to you Sunday. It's Species Sunday. We're talking about a fish that's like the ODB and the Wu-Tang C. There is no father to this fish's style. We're talking about a tiger style. We're talking about a tiger Oscars. We're bringing you a Species Sunday on Oscar fish, folks. Get excited. Today we're gonna talk about Oscar fish, but this story, like most good fish tank stories, starts in one of two places, and we're gonna go with both. We're gonna start at the ripe young age of 14-year-old blonde-haired bowl cut boy Dusty. Then we're gonna move our way to the Amazon jungle to talk about our friend the Oscar fish. Let's start with 14-year-old Dustin. I get teared up when I look at photos of me at this age because this is the right pure age and people get into the hobby and they get poisoned. And I'm now a 38-year-old jaded scarred man from people like the lady messing with Greenhouse 2.0, which by the way is coming along epically. So 14-year-old Dustin and Oscar fish. Let's rewind the tape back to Flag City, Ohio, when your boy Dustin and his boy David Jolly, I love you brother, he had Oscars. It escapes me what the name of these two fish are, but he had two giant Oscar fish in a 29-gallon. Now, right now, I'm gonna tell all of you, based on the demographics of this wonderful channel, 95% of you should have nothing to do with keeping an Oscar. They get too big, and I'm gonna get into all that later, okay? So the fish I'm talking about today, I'm gonna keep in a 350-gallon aquarium, potentially. But 99% of you should not get this fish. My first encounter with Oscars was a black one and a white one in a 29-gallon aquarium. Why do you like Oscar fish? Oscar fish drop whatever they're doing when you walk into the room and greet you, okay? I think if I had Oscars, they would like me more than my wife and kids do. So Jolly has these two Oscars, okay? And one day, we come home from school and I go immediately over to his house. And one of the Oscar fish is on the carpet. It is laying on the carpet and it is stuck to the carpet, okay? Like it is stuck. It is a fish that is wet. The fish has been dried out. This fish is stuck to the carpet. Lord knows how long this fish had been out on the carpet. What did we do? We picked the Oscar up and we put him back in the aquarium. He was still alive. He shook like this a couple times, knocked a little bit of the carpet fuzz off of him, and proceeded to live for like 8 more years, okay? Oscar's incredibly freaking hardy, incredible personality. And as if I haven't hammered Oscars enough with their great personality, thank you for everybody who stepped up and gave us footage of their Oscars. People love these fish. They're fantastic, and you can see it by all the wonderful outpouring of all these people showing us their Oscars that they know and love. And thanks to the ease of keeping and ease of breeding, they're available in a large variety of colors. I'm gonna show you some of those in just a second. So yeah, there's some sentimental value with your boy Dusty keeping Oscars. So the 14-year-old kid in me has a little bit of a void for never keeping Oscars in myself. Quick note on the young kids, if you are 15 and under, you can compete in a free live aquascaping down at Aquacella, bro, in Dallas. It's first come, first serve. I've got 10 tanks, okay? The first 10 kids to show up. It's kids only. Parents, you come, you be quiet. Your kid can use whatever they want. It's 100% free. You don't get to keep anything, but you could win $100 if you have the best tank out of all those competing. There'll be more information available soon on this. Dallas Aquacella, bro. So the 14-year-old kid in me is dying to keep some Oscars. But remember, young kids, just because an Oscar comes up to the front of the tank and greets you in the pet store because it's this big, doesn't mean that an Oscar fish is for you. This video is not for 99% of you watching this. Oscars get too big, and we're gonna keep talking about that. But now it's time to go away from 14-year-old woo-woo Dustin into the jungle. Folks, I haven't been to the jungle recently. It's been too long. I'm getting old, I'm getting gray, I'm getting jaded. Greenhouse 2.0 is killing me, even though it's about done. When I was in Peru the first time, we were on the main channel of the Nanai River when Senor Devin Graham said, hey, we're gonna park the boat over here and we're gonna take this skiff, the little boat, across the way to put it in front of this channel that empties right into the Nanai River. And it was in this seining net that I first saw Oscars in their native habitat. Yeah, they're all over Florida. I saw an Oscar fish come up in the seine net. Now, let me give you some context of this. You all love Oscars because they're aggressive cichlid type feeders. They bam, they bam, they bam, and that's cool when you feed them goldfish, even though you shouldn't because goldfish are parasite ridden and disgusting. But I have this thing where I can actually envision what an Oscar does in the wild. See, we're pouring up all these different types of catfish or whatever, and there's tons of them. We probably had almost 500 of them in the nets as we're pulling them up. But while we're pulling them up, Devin pulls out this Oscar right here and shows it to us. I can envision Oscars as a natural predator picking off any of the weak, dead, you know, not doing as well catfish that are coming out by the thousands. Imagine an Oscar fish, folks. There's 500 catfish coming out this channel and this Oscar is just going dink, 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 just pecking off these fish left and right. It was truly a cool thing to pull one up in the net and see it in its wild colors. Let's talk about the origins of Oscars. And speaking of wild caught Oscars, how about the history of Oscars? The 2.5 history major is oozing in me right now. Huge shout outs to Jean Louis Rodolphe Agassiz. Those of you who keep epistos might recall the episto, Agassiz episto. How about throwing it back to 1831 when he first discovered the Oscar fish? 1831, folks. You're watching this in 2019. Oscar fish are as old school as it gets. He did mistakenly think it was a marine fish, but that's neither here nor there. Oscar fish found in 1831. Oh. I want to talk about some of the varieties of Oscars. The wild caught ones obviously are a little more bland. There is the tiger style, the red tiger Oscar, which is the one that's probably the most readily available in this wonderful hobby. There's also an albino version, and there's somehow, and I don't feel good about this at all actually, I consider the Oscar to be a masculine kind of macho, ram you in the face kind of wild dog. And so it being masculine, to put long fins on an Oscar, putting feminine traits on what I think is a kind of a masculine fish, kind of disgusts me. If anybody's keeping a long finned Oscar, drop me a comment on why you like it and love it and all that good stuff. And then my personal favorite is the orange variety. This is Mike Doherty's fish down at Imperial Tropicals that I saw at the Aquatic Experience. I love the way that they've actually gotten these to be more of a solid color. I think that's really, really sharp.
But I know what a lot of you are thinking to yourself. You're thinking to yourself, you're like, yo, D, how are you gonna keep Oscars from eating all your plants? You're like a plant guy, you like the plants, D. How are you gonna get the plants? Let me show you how I'm gonna get the plants on there. I'm gonna take it, and what I'm gonna do like this, I'm gonna get those Oscars, they're gonna be like, oh, shimmy, shimmy, y'all, Dustin, we gonna eat all your plants. And I'm gonna say, you know what, you little Oscars, you're not gonna eat your plants. You know why? I got bulletproof plants, baby. I'm gonna take this bulbitis here, right, like this. Whatever's left after the Newport Aquarium, when I get done setting up that 18-footer for them, I'm gonna take the bulbitis like this. I'm gonna grab it like this. I'm gonna say, hey, you little fish tank people, you little Oscars. I'm gonna grab a big old log like this, and I'm just gonna take it like this, and I'm gonna go whoop, whoop, whoop with wire, folks, wire. You gotta use the wire. Take the wire, wrap it around, and you wrap it, just like this. Camera guy, you catching this? You wrap it around just like this until you get it nice and tight. Then you wrap it, then you slap crap your Oscar plant eating troubles away, folks, with the wire like this, folks. And when it's nice and tight on there, you put it in there and you wave it in your Oscar's face. You say, yeah, try to eat me, because I'm bulbitis and I can stand up to you. And that's what we're doing, you fish tank punks. Do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe button, share if you care, and drop me a comment on what you think about your Oscars. And thank you for all your Oscar footage. It's awesome. Tank on. Later.